Born April 15, 1707 in Basel, Switzerland, his father Paul Euler and mother Margaret Brucker. He had two younger sisters named Maria Magdalena and Anna Maria. They lived for the majority of Leonhard's childhood life in a town named Rouen. Leonhard was exposed to mathematics at a young age as his father was close friends with one of Europe's most famous mathematicians, Johann Bernoulli. Euler was intended for a career as a rural clergyman, however, showed an early ability for mathematics after studying with his friend Johann Bernoulli. His formal education began in Basel, where he was supported by his grandmother. He attended the University of Basel at the ripe old age of 13, earning his PhD 3 years later. On the 7th of January 1934, he married Katharina Gissel. The two of them had 13 children, of which only 5 survived to adulthood. He mainly lived in two places, St. Petersburg and Berlin. The couple were married for 39 years until Katharina's death, and Euler then remarried her half-sister. He worked in the mathematics and physics division in the Russian Academy of Sciences. Euler left St. Petersburg on 19 June 1741, taking up a post at the Berlin Academy, before he later returned to his post at the Russian Academy of Sciences. On the 18th of September 1783, he died tragically where he collapsed from a brain hemorrhage in front of his family. Over his life, he published over 800 mathematical papers and books. He introduced the modern notation for functions, the natural logarithm base e, the imaginary unit I, sigma to denote sum, and the modern notation for trigonometric functions. Various fields of mathematics have been founded on his work, such as the work of Gauss and Friedrich.
Read Euler, he is the master of us all. Much of our knowledge is due to a comparatively few great mathematicians, such as Newton or Euler, Gauss or Riemann. They have contributed something to human thought even more lasting than great literature, since it is independent of language.
Euler contributed greatly to multiple fields of mathematics, including the introduction and popularization of the use of certain notational conventions, including I to denote the square root of -1 and e for the base of the natural logarithm. Euler solved the 7 bridges of Königsberg problem, and he also solved the famous Basel problem. Euler developed upon Newton's works on mechanics by incorporating rotational motion with translational motion. He did this by coming up with his own laws of motion in a rotational context. He introduced the use of exponential functions and logarithms in analytical proofs. Furthermore, Euler developed the exponential function for complex numbers and showed its relationship with the trigonometric functions. E to the I theta equals cis theta. Euler further expanded upon this equation and resulting in what is known as Euler's identity, voted the most beautiful mathematical formula ever. E to the I pi plus 1 equals 0. Euler came up with a range of principles which laid the groundwork for much of modern mathematics. He was also the first to establish a consistency with the use of letters of the alphabet. He standardized the use of log to base e. His work also established the use of the Greek letter pi for the ratio of circumference to diameter in a circle. He also invented Venn diagrams. His greatest discovery in 1783 was the law of quadratic reciprocity, which has become an essential part of modern number theory. He made significant strides in the study of modern analytic geometry and trigonometry, where he was the first to consider sine, cos, etc. as functions rather than chords. He has written textbooks that are still used in modern mathematics, such as in the fields of trigonometry and differential calculus.